Please smoke responsibly. All right, everybody. How is recap? I am high. This is recap 12. This is recap 12.
12. Yes.
Recap 12. I got it right. This is the first time. Recap 12. I'm one of your co-hosts. I'm Tommy. I play Throven. I'm also my other co-host. Well, is it tri-host? Can we be co-hosts? Can it be more than one co-host? It can be like
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Okay,
just
whatever.
code.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
I
So
like I like try host.
tri-host. That's tri-host. You like tri-host? So we also have Mike who plays Pip, and
Hmm.
we also have Matt who plays Vrast the Barbarian. Holy low. All right, I'm so excited, man. I know I start off that all the time and I say, man, this is exciting, but it was.
We just keep on bringing it. We just keep on
It,
doing
it,
it.
it was exciting. It was. I mean, we picked up where um, the time session before that we came across this church that they had. Um, it was undead, and we took out I guess the big room or the lower floor as you called it at one point, and
Yeah.
then we had stopped, but then we picked back up going into the hallways.
Yeah. Well, and that's what we ended session 11.
Hmm.
We cleared that room out
Yeah, yeah, yes.
and picked up with session 12 at going on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we start that battle went out and cleaned out the rooms. Um, we cleaned up the hallways. You came in a little bit late, but you joined in like round one, like you didn't miss anything, so it was fine. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming throwing grenades. As we cleared out everything, and then I don't know if we did we search. I think we did search. Did we search? Yeah, because
Yeah,
we
we
had
did. We did
because
take some
I
time
yeah
searching.
because I think I found some more of those coins and stuff. Um, and then we went to that back hallway, which we saw that one. Oh, I don't know if we could put a picture up. I don't know if you can put a picture up for that.
Hmm. Hmm.
That one, well, obviously a beholder-looking token thing of a jig.
Yeah.
Of course,
Scried into the wall or
yeah,
carved. And
yeah, of
Its
course.
eye.
And then you said Naz made a roll. You said it was called the Tyrant or something.
yeah. He
Mm-hmm.
made some kind of
The Dead
role.
Eye Tyrant.
Yeah, something like that, where it
Yeah,
was like he'd heard of this or
yeah.
heard about it. It was some kind of tyrant lord or tyrant
Yeah, I think it
god.
was the Dead Eye. I think it was the Dead Eye Tyrant. I think it was because the beholder, the eye in the middle didn't work for the undead. It has like a anti magic eye, but it didn't work.
Hmm.
The big
Hmm.
eye. So I thought it was the Dead Eye Tyrant. I could be wrong.
Yeah, he did name it as the beholder. I remember him saying that. Calling it by the beholder.
But and then we went back and went ahead and decided to camp in the church.
Yeah, because we got camp in the church. We barred the door.
Or
We let.
was it even a church? I guess maybe it was.
I would say it was a church, if you ask me.
Definitely a temple of sort. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it
had
seemed like a
those
temple. It said they had the pillars there. You know,
symbols.
that whole space. To me, you had the face, with the people, and then you had this thing. Normal people they don't carve a lot of things in stone like that. It didn't like you would live there. It didn't like it was homey or
Yeah.
like you just came and worship and maybe I'm gonna go home.
But yeah, we barred the door, lit the braziers. Uh, somebody, I want to say now Brock, or maybe Nassau, somebody collected some bats for food that we were going to cook, that you were going to cook on your watch in the morning.
Yeah, see, and the reason why I think it was more like Brock or someone else is because if we got the bats then, I would have cooked them then.
Yeah, true.
So I don't know
That's why I agree. I agree. That's where I don't know. I
maybe
don't really
Brock went out,
remember.
got Gatroy, came back with bats. He says, here's some bats. And I say, ooh, there's some bats. I can start cooking now since it's like my shift. So I start getting my stuff prepared, and marinate it. And then I heard like, raw. Like, I'm going to ignore this. Fuck it. And the raw, like, oh, I'm going to go get
Yeah.
some. Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
who took the first watch? Brask was on first
Yeah,
watch.
yeah, Vraster.
Detroit was
Mm.
You ended up having to go and like set your back against the door to keep Troy from trying
Yeah.
to, yeah, bite at it and get out. He was really uncomfortable. Us being there.
And then eventually he woke up Brock.
Yeah.
Now he became a problem throughout the night.
Yeah, I
Brock
know.
ended up dismissing him.
Yeah,
It was
because
like,
I know that Troy kept on bothering Brock, and Brock says, Troy, stop it, go away. So then he disappeared, and then he came back, and it was like he wanted him to follow him, and then he followed him to that outside tunnel part where he saw the other pathway that leads, a different direction, and then the pathway to the front of the church, and then
yeah, that
Troy
was on
was,
Brock's watch.
yeah, that's on Brock's watch. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, on Brock's watch, and then Troy was like he wanted to go back towards the original camp, and that's when he just dismissed him, and he came back.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think then he seemed like he would have found some bat wings and came back and said, "Oh,
It's possible. Yeah,
yeah,"
it's possible.
and some like, "Hey, I found some bat wings. And here you go." Oh, okay. Well, I guess I can
And
start
then
cooking now.
Throven took third watch
Hmm.
and started smoking them for him.
Yeah, and then during my watch is when, as I start doing the stuff, I hear this growling sound. It's howling, growling, so roaring. Yeah, I guess. And then I try to ignore it because it's like, let me just if I just ignore it. But then I think it was like the combination of the bodies coming to life, and I think I even woke someone up beforehand. Say, hey man, we got a problem, and that's when I think all hell broke loose when the undead
Yeah,
started
yeah.
coming.
Undead started to rise around.
Yeah, that's that makes you rethink a lot of stuff now. It's like, what? We're never sleeping around. After undead, always burn them. That's just too good now. Yeah. So we fight them off. The
And they were pretty easy pickings,
they
honestly. I mean, they weren't too tough.
yeah they were trying to open up the door. I know one of them went there, and I think another one went there. But I know I went over to try to intercept them. I know during the one I was battling, doing some battle on my side because you know what, it's funny now because the battle the way it happened, and if I don't know if Mike you ever get a chance to put up the screen or anything, you probably won't be able to, but how it was,
Yeah,
yeah, how it was separate. It seemed like they had your battle going over here, but there was definitely this threat of this door. I mean, I was
hmm
worried about the
hmm
door. There was no, I don't know what I don't think Throver understand what was going over there, but this door, if it got open, I don't know. So yeah,
Whatever was warring was going to get in.
yeah, yeah. So that's when I went over and we're fighting. I came to be fighting three of them at one point. Yeah, that was a good battle.
It was good. Yeah, as soon as I woke up, I transformed to Hohen Low.
Hmm.
Just fought them till they were dead. I think that there were only like 5 of them, 6 of them.
They definitely had a number,
Yep. And they were right next to
but
us.
they were fairly squishy. I think.
Yeah, they were squishy. Yeah, they were.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know everyone got to see Throven do something a bit chaotic and crazy. Three people at the door because I was already throwing the grenades at them anyway, and then I came up behind two of them and I looked at the other one. And was like, oh man, I hope that one guy comes running in here because I need him around me. And then that's when I think something had happened. I sort of slipped.
Didn't you?
I,
Is that when you threw the grenade at
yeah,
your feet?
yeah, that's when I took off the grenade and just dropped at my feet. then rolled,
Yeah.
then rolled reflex, and it killed it. It killed all three of them. Yeah, I don't know how that looked like to you guys. I mean, I'm pretty sure it played out. It looked different to other people, but I I did.
Oh, I imagined it fucking epic.
Pretty
That's real.
badass, to be honest with you. Like, damn.
And after that,
Yeah, we dispatched him pretty
Yeah,
easily,
it
and
was.
I think that's when we explored the north tunnel,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
northern tunnel.
yeah. That's when we explored this a little bit further, and then I realized there was nothing. There was nothing at the gate anymore, and then like, oh my god, my bat wings. And I go back, and they're sort of dry, and so I started to make them whatever moist
Yeah,
again. Yeah,
get back to the bats.
get back to bats. You guys went to sleep. I opened the front door. I started dragging up all the undead and started to burn them. Yeah, I was cleaning up the area. Yeah, of my
Yeah,
temple.
you
Of
really
my
like this
temple.
place, yeah.
It's my temple. You guys don't understand. The base operation done.
Hmm. Starting to.
And you know it has to be like a town close to here. It has to be. I
We're hoping.
well,
Yeah, we'll find it.
so I cleaned it up. You guys got out. We ate these bats again. Again, I don't know what I did, and we're doing this thing with myself and Jim together, and with everyone else. We have created this feeling of this place is terrible and shitty. I look forward to eating. And when we eat,
Mhm.
and I make a roll, and and Jim describes it like, man, this feels good. It's like, wow, this
Hmm.
is
Hmm.
good.
Well, it's the one comfort we have.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah. It's like one comfort, like oh, what's
it's
Stroven
food
gonna
time.
what's Stroven gonna make? It's
Yeah, when we got to
like,
eat.
And you generally, or I look forward to it.
oh yeah, I look
Yeah,
forward to it. Yeah,
Thurman's
yeah.
yeah,
I
Thurman's
I
done very well.
I mean, but I mean, I could cook, but I wouldn't have been I wouldn't have been able to cook as much if it wasn't for Vrask. Because you go out with your survival, and your survival is off the hook. I don't think your survival has ever failed us. I can't remember a time that your survival has
Not
failed
yet,
us. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyone? Can you remember?
No,
Yeah.
no.
So yeah. So anyway, so we go ahead.
So
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, it's a lot out here.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we clean up the place, and was it
We moved
and
on. I
yeah,
think
yeah. Scry. When did we scry? When did you use scry
I know it was before
to
we moved
to
from the
see
temple.
sticks? That was before.
Pretty sure before we
Yeah.
moved.
So it had to be before some during the
yeah,
night.
no, it was before it was I think it was before we camped. Actually, you'd asked me to look in on her, and I looked in on her, and it was described as she was frantically writing papers, and there were papers all around her, and she seemed very solemn. Wasn't bruised or maimed or anything, but just seemed very frantic in what she was doing.
Mm.
So,
Yeah. So yeah.
but
Not
and
good.
I relay that to you, like,
Yeah.
well, she's alive, so she may not be in the best of places. And I mean, I guess the Earthman would look at it as like, well, I'm not there, so she's she's
Well,
fine.
not just well, look at it as one because I think the one thing that would be on Throven's mind that since we're close and since she sure may helped us out, they think that she may be punished. So, and so it looks like she has been, nothing wrong with her. She's writing, and she is higher in the order than myself. So it could be something that it could be doing, but because
We'll
Well,
see.
because a lot of us do scribe stuff for the general public. You can't
mm-hmm.
read.
But it was explained that she was doing it a little bit more frantic.
Oh, okay.
But
Yep.
that may have just been my perception.
Yeah, we'll see when we get back.
Oof, maybe a while. So we burn it on that, and then so we go another. I guess we go another. We walk another part of it, right? We leave the
Yeah, we
temple.
walked
Yeah.
on down. Yeah,
Uh,
we walked on down, and I guess we just marched a day, or because I remember we ran into the other vegetation when we started to get hungry again. and there
Yeah.
wasn't any conflict or anything during that time.
Yeah. Do you remember anything? I don't.
Nah, I remember. Yeah, nothing until I find the mushrooms and we start setting the camp up.
Yeah, but you think there would have been something that would have happened? We generally don't
Well,
just.
we discussed a lot.
Oh, what did we discuss? Like what?
Probably, I don't know, Cybencon,
Simon Cowell.
how great he is. Is that what Rovan does now?
Well, I talk about, yeah, yes and no. I want to
Well,
say,
I do remember we talked about the tyrant a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah, we were talking about the tyrant
yeah,
and
The
wondering about it.
undead, and we were still wondering how close we were to VulkaMinar.
mm,
Then we started hearing that roaring sound, and
yeah,
we heard roaring in the darkness ahead of us
uh,
and battle. And as we got closer, we could tell it was bugbears. They were fighting.
huh. All right.
And we heard crunching afterwards, after the battle died down. It was
Yep.
crunching and uh, just gnashing of teeth. And
Mhm.
we slowly approached that. That's when we slowly started filing into that room that was filled with lava,
Yeah.
or pools of lava around.
Okay. All right. I got you. And then we then a big battle, and we
Yep,
saw
that's when we saw it eventually.
we saw a
Yeah.
beholder with four stalks, and
It was like an undead beholder, and I have the token, and I'll put it up. I got like the full size token, so I'll make sure
okay, cool.
see it because it's really a nightmare version of a beholder. If a beholder isn't bad enough, take a look at an undead one. They're fucking scary.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, he only had four of his stalks, and his big eye wasn't, anti magic, so that was to our favor. But it could use raised dead at will. It seemed like, So
Yeah, it well, that's what it raised some undead, raised the bugbears that apparently had freshly vanquished, and
mm,
they were a hell of a lot tougher opponents than the previous undead that we had fought in
Yeah.
the church. A lot beefier. I mean, they were tenacious, to be honest. You had went to attack one uh,
yes.
towards the north side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, every Vrask and Nassau went to the east
Mm-hmm.
side because there were a couple on
Yes.
the east. Um, Brock took up position just to throw. I think he started throw. He threw a spark stone. I know. When I got a chance and got up into position, I actually had memorized for the first time some magic missile spells. I'd memorized it twice, so I started attacking the beholder right off.
Mm-hmm.
My thinking of that was that it's the boss, and I even asked Nassau, "Do you need help? Should I help you, or should I take down the big bad guy?"
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's go with timeout. So you can ask Nassau all you want, but what does Mike know he should have done? Come on, Mike. You play WoW. You've been in raids before. Take down the
Uh,
ad. Take down the ad.
Take down the ads. Yes,
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
shoot. That's all you have to do. Like, oh, yeah, whatever. Because it just takes
Well,
longer. We can burn those that, or just ignore the zombies and just attack them. I mean, either way, that's. I mean, but it's to me, it shows still how inexperienced. Because if this fight happened and was gladiators, it would never happen the way it did.
no, there would be. That's what I was just getting ready to say.
Yeah.
Battle direction.
Mm.
We don't have anyone calling strats. You know. to
Yeah, true.
to
what?
use a video game term.
Okay, so this is what I usually in other games, and you, of course, you see me in the Gladiator game, where I would do that. But since my character isn't as I'm taking like the back seat in developing, I'm trying not to do it until later on, like here in I guess another level. I'm six. My prestige class starts next level, so I think that's when I'm going to start issuing more commands and authority
Yeah, that's
for me.
good. That sounds good.
Yeah, because we're sort of all over
It
the
makes
place. We're sort of clicking, we're sort of gelling, but you know, because by time,
Uh,
yeah,
not well enough to kill the beholder though.
well, we were doing that. We were taking out the ads, taking out the
yeah,
zombies,
yeah.
because we took a set of them out and he raised another set.
Oh
Remember?
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
So it was like, okay, now, and again, this is even Mike thinking at this point, okay,
yeah.
like we got to really start concentrating
Well,
on the beholder at this point.
well, because see, so my whole thing was I'm going to take out this guy, and yeah, I mean the whole fire lava stuff. I thought I might as well go use my feat finally that I had since third level, the one that I catch on fire because I wanted to make sense so not flaming and because we went to the elemental plane of fire. I figured this with this whole zombie. I was gonna take this guy out. I was hoping to take the guy out quick. I was gonna run up there. I was gonna use like the +7 flower to attack and the 3d6 flower of fire. I was gonna beat the hell out of that beholder. That's what I wanted to do. But I couldn't get past my guy. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
tough. I mean, I
yeah.
did.
They were, like I said, the bugbears were nothing to, like they were
But
tough, man.
that's why
Because
we need a little bit more support, man. That's all.
all right, all right. I was attacking. I did some
Oh, you
kick-ass
did.
damage to the
And
beholder.
I know. But then,
yeah.
but then, what did he do? He hit you with
He
one of
ran
the.
away.
No, no, no. He
Well,
hit
no,
you.
yeah,
He took something. He took a chunk with him. So whatever
true,
whatever damage you did, you minus that he took back from you. He can do it again.
true, true. And he
Oof.
scared the hell out of Rask, which was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
forced me to flee.
Yep.
Yeah, he forced me to flee. I did come back a couple rounds later and started digging on the zombies. But yeah, my whole thinking was we either go for all the minions or we go for the beholder.
Hmm.
But it was I think it was only Raspip attacking the beholder, right?
Well, I mean,
I think so, maybe.
I think Nas sent a spell at the beholder too.
Yeah, he had some kind of ray. He's got some kind of ray
Yeah.
mojo spell that he's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do think that battle could have gone better, and I think next session we'll
Well,
definitely have some dialogue
but
about it.
but
And get,
yeah, I do think that we should not get caught up on this because we should keep on rolling. Because I guarantee you we're gonna come to the end of this and we can pick up this discussion in after dusk. So I mean
Mm-hmm.
we'll pick that up then because I know we want to keep this short. We will keep this on time because my producer is giving me the whole hurry up. So I mean all right. Well I mean just real quick. I mean
Well,
we'll go ahead.
just real quick, the recap that fight.
Uh,
He ran away,
yeah,
and then that's when we.
that's where we stopped, right?
No, no, that's
No,
when we did all the stuff. He ran away. We marched it a little bit further.
and then
That's
we
when we
then
find the
that's
vines.
when we found the
That's when
vines.
we found the vines and stuff.
Okay,
oh
okay,
yep,
yeah.
Okay,
That's when we
so
find the
yeah, and
vines.
that
it's
I find
resolved.
some mushrooms with vines.
So that'd be a good place to
Yep.
role play. We probably go role play that out after dusk, and we got some real big role playing session
Yeah,
after that. So, all right, well,
stay tuned.
let's go ahead and let's go ahead. My name is Tommie. I play uh, Throven,
I'm Matthew, and I play brass.
And I'm Mike as Raspip.
and I guess goodbye.